The activity I want to introduce today in one of the geometry activity is called Tangram pieces. So probably some of you have heard about it, maybe you haven't heard about it. But this is, I heard from Asian Chinese puzzle, Tangram, that's what we call. So this is very easy and simple activity you can do, but you can use this activity for many different ways, so which is I like about it. So if you have a package from your class material, you should have this one. You're supposed to use this one for your fraction lesson, and you have 10-gram pieces in here, so you can cut it out and you can use it. Also, this is uploaded in Canvas too, so you can print it out and cut it out and make your own 10-gram pieces. And this 10-gram activity sheet, guiding sheet, go along with this one. Some of the parts you have to do for your independent practice. But I'm going to explain how we can use this one. And this activity is a good way to address one of the important standards in geometry here. So standard compose and two-dimensional shapes or three-dimensional shapes to create a composite shape and compose new shapes from the composite shapes here. So which means, you know, that we're talking about the number sense and number understanding, number concept. Kids need to be able to compose and decompose numbers, breaking down numbers apart and put it together. For example, 10, we can break them into 9 and 1, 2, 8. But we can also create 2 plus 8 make 10, right? So those same thing in here. A shape can be decomposed in multiple different ways. Also, the other composite shape can create a new shape. Those kind of concepts kids need to understand. And Tangram is a great tool. You can explore those concepts with your class, and this is really fun. Whenever I do with them as a pre-service teachers, they just love it so much and they want to keep working on it. So I'm going to introduce in here. So if we print out this and cut it out piece, the Tangram piece is composed with this here, consists of these pieces here. So how many pieces are there? There are 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you may want to check if everybody has the same number of pieces. So you have 7 pieces, and also you can recognize each piece you have here. So I have triangles, and how many triangles I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. The size of triangles are a little bit different here. So I have 2 larger triangle, 2 small triangle, and 1 medium triangle, and then 1 square. That's how the Tangram pieces consist of. And using these pieces, you can build a new shape. So compose new shape with a composing shape. That's what the standard is talking about. So another example is to build a triangle using 2 pieces. So I want to use make a triangle. So I'm going to use this one here. So I have this. Is this triangle? No, I use triangle, but this is not triangle, right? Then how can I make a triangle? So this is a good practice. When you work with your class, they need to explain what they need to do. And one of the key concepts of geometry is to turn, rotate, and flip the shape. That's where they need to practice the language. So this is not what we are looking for here. So I need to make a triangle. So triangle has 3 sides. So I'm going to have like this. No, this is not triangle. So what I need to do? I have to have this rotate, right? And rotate this one again to 180 degrees to make a triangle. So kids can practice the language when they explain how can I make the shape and teach their peers who hasn't made the shape yet. So it's a good practice and conversation discussion you can do in your classroom. What about the second example here? Build a triangle using 3 pieces. So I want to use as an example here, I'm going to use 3 triangles to make a triangle, right? Okay, so, looks like this. This triangle? No, this is not a triangle. This is a square. So kids can see that 3 triangles can make a square, or if you cut this in half, 4 triangles, right triangles can make a square. So they can practice those too. So here, this is not a triangle I'm looking for. So I'm going to think about rotate this. So I have a cheating chart there, right? And then we'll rotate here. Now, ta-da! I have a triangle. So kids can practice rotating the shape. Sometimes you have to flip like this, but I have a magnet here, but they need to flip the shapes. They can learn that too, and move, slide the shape, and rotate the shape. So they can practice. If I rotate this 90 degree, what's going to happen. So they can see and visualize the shape in here. And then this is called outline in here. So I want you to draw an outline here so you can remember how I made this shape so you can use for the rest of the shapes. And also kids can see, go back and check, oh, I don't remember how I did it. And you have an outline that you can always go back and use them as a reference. Okay, good. So one of the independent problem, I gave you 3 shapes I want you to make out of here. So I strongly recommend to print out and cut out this so you can actually using hands-on activity to figure out your shape. So this is very fun. I promise this is very fun. So these are the challenging one, 8, 9, 10. So if we really want to practice and have some break, I want to have some fun game, this is a good way to do it. Okay? And so if you have more advanced, and then there are a lot of Tangram activity you can find that from internet. So if you go to maybe you haven't seen probably have seen the pictures like this, right? This is all Tangram puzzles. So can you build Tangram puzzle and looks like this? And kids can look at this picture and try to build the Tangram pieces. So I think the roof is going to be a square, right? And then they can kind of start to looking at it and try to build the shapes. I'm going to use middle triangle here. I don't know, something like this. And they can try in here and try to find out the shapes in here, right? And I have a large triangle here. So they're trying to find out how to build a house in here. And there's answer key. So this is actually, we are doing the activity in the classroom, but this is answer key. So it was right. It was not right. This is not a triangle. I'm supposed to have trapezoid like this. Oh, right? So they can create the shapes in here. Right? And also they can, whenever you have Tangram pieces here, I forgot to mention it, it's good practice to recognize each shape before you going on. So you talk about this is a square and why this is a square. This is what is this called? This is parallelogram. And what does parallelogram mean? So you can talk about the brief idea about each shape here. You get something like that. And this is house, and this is dog, and also kids can think about how can I make a dog using all 7 pieces. This is a fun activity and really good geometrical thinking and spatial sense. And you think about the space and the rotating, turn, and shape, flip the shapes. Good.